on, guys? I hope you're all doing well, you're all crushing your goals. This video, it's more of a quick video, but it's on how your actions have consequences. Now, you have to remember, when you're building certain habits to change into another individual, your actions that you carry along with that are gonna have consequences, okay? So whether you're somebody who's coming from a background of lack, coming from a background of bad nutrition, not having any structure, to going to somebody who's trying to turn themselves into a better individual, into creating different paradigms, different mental paradigms, that's going to build you into a better character, that's going to allow you to get the results that you want. Because you have to understand, the person that you are now, okay, will not get the results that you want. You have to change things about yourself in order to become a different person. It's like you're literally developing a different identity, right? In order to get the results that you want. Because the person that you envision of yourself, okay, the person, the individual that you envision that has all of those goals met, that has the vision accomplished, that has been turned into the individual that has the results that you want, is not going to be doing the same things that you're doing now. Even if you're along the way, you're still going to have some transformative intervention, so to speak, that's going to allow you to get to that end result for yourself. And even then, you'll grow to something beyond that if you continue to choose to grow. Now, along the way, there's actions that you need to take. A multitude of incremental or macro or micro actions that you're going to have to take in order for you to do the things that's going to allow you to become that person, and that's developing certain habits. Now, when you take these actions, they always have consequences. Whether it be a proper action that you think will help you, that could potentially yield good outcomes, it could also potentially lead bad outcomes. Either way, you're preparing yourself to make the better choice of a proper and positive action, okay, that's going to allow you to get the results that you want over time down the road. That length of time that it's going to take you to get there is obviously going to be different for everybody, because everybody has different stuff going on in their life. And it's all boiling down to the simple things that we know of: making better food choices, going to the gym or going to work out at home, wherever, when you don't feel like doing it. Knowing that maybe you should be getting up earlier in the day to better structure yourself to be able to tackle other situations or other types of things that you're going to have to be tackling during the day. All the way to smaller, more micro actions that may seem insignificant, but over time can and will help develop your character, like as simple as literally making your bed in the morning. Now, I know what some of you are thinking, well, what does making my bed have to do with it? Because even when I get out of my bed and I go about my day and I come back and my bed is a mess, I still am able to achieve the things that I want to do. Yeah, you're correct. And that is very possible. Just like there are people out there that have been eating crappier foods but in a calorie deficit and are still able to lose weight because of that, they're still making bad choices in regards to the types of foods that they're eating, versus other individuals who don't work out as much but are still able to maintain a lean physique. Because they're not creating any progressive overload, they're not going to be putting on more muscle mass than what they have at this current time. So by you not making your bed, is that going to change anything really about your day through the sense of you being able to accomplish things? No, but for some people, it's going to build their character. It's going to allow them to complete one task for the day, and it's going to start slowly molding them into an individual that can do the things that they say they're going to do and complete tasks, and then build up their identity and build up their self-esteem. Another small thing is being able to do 3 things off your checklist that you say you're going to do. Now, again, if you don't always complete them every day, doesn't mean that you weren't able to accomplish other things during the day. No, of course not. But at the end of the day, you being able to do that day in and day out is going to build further trust in yourself as well. So taking the proper and necessary actions towards bigger things and smaller things are going to allow you to develop yourself into an individual that will result in getting the things that you want with your health and fitness, and even in other areas of your life as well. Whether it's relationship, whether it's money and finances, whether it's building a community, whether it's being charitable with other individuals, whether it's your health and fitness, whatever it is. Structure and then taking actions to fulfill the foundation for that structure is wildly important. And for those of you that think that you're going to be able to change yourself without making the necessary adjustments to the individual you are now, you're not going to fully attain the results, and you're not going to become the individual that you can become. Therefore, you're only going to stunt your own growth by doing that. When you take the necessary actions and you try and calculate it to the best of your ability, and you do it day in and day out, and it's a consistent effort over time, results will eventually come. And with those results, again, comes with another individual that you build into. And that's the real prize that people don't understand. It's the new habits that you've built, it's the new mental prowess that you've gained that will further along your ability to take that into other areas of your life. People will start to look at you differently. They will treat you with more respect. Women or men or whoever you're into for that matter are going to start looking at you with more admiration. You're going to start making better choices when it comes to your financial stability. You're going to get better at choosing people that you want to be within your community or within your circle and get away from other individuals that are toxic for you. Everything changes. Everything about your life starts to grow with you. Some might start to grow more than others. There might be other areas that start to lag a little bit behind, but nonetheless, everything will grow because you've chosen and continue to choose to take the necessary actions that should have a positive manner on your life. And you just need to take into consideration too, sometimes when you're making these choices and you're taking action on them as well, they might not always yield the results that you think they will yield. Hence why I've said so many times on my social media, and I've even mentioned within this course, you might have thought that you would have gotten a result by a certain time, but it didn't happen. And more often than not, it hasn't in regards to your health and fitness because you thought you were taking the right approach and the necessary actions, but they weren't necessarily the right actions. Therefore, there were certain consequences that came with that indirectly with what you chose to do. But needless to say, you get experience when that happens. You grow as an individual. You know not to do it again. Hopefully you know not to do that again or make the same choice again. And you understand that that was the wrong direction that you needed to take and the wrong set of actions that you took to get there. And therefore you can choose something else. So just remember, when it comes down to you making certain choices, as easy or as detailed as they may be within your life, especially with your health and fitness, make the right choices. Make sure that you're following your macros. Make sure you take the necessary action and make the right choices in order to go to the gym and work out when you're supposed to. Make sure you keep engaging with progressive overload every month. Make sure you choose always to try and stay aware and listen to people who are where you want to be, and take also at the same time certain things with a grain of salt because they may not work for you. Make sure you take the actions to stay around people who are going to benefit you and how you are going to benefit them and how you can grow together versus being around people that just victimize and complain all the time. And I'm not talking about individuals who are just going through a bit of a rut and then they're just explaining themselves. I mean people who choose to stay in that mindset. When you've given them the answer day in and day out, when you've told them what to do, or at the very least try to help them on a daily basis or on more than one occasion to get out of their situation, and they just want to complain and stay stuck there. You need to get away from those people. And if you continue to choose to stay around them, it's only going to sap your energy because they like where they are, but you don't like hearing what they have to hear, and you don't want to be in that vibration and in that mindset anymore. Also, try and take the necessary actions not to continue to make the same mistakes for yourself. You need to continue to grow, and as you continue to grow and want to grow, you have to change your paradigm and do things that may be uncomfortable for you. Make sure you take the right and necessary actions and choices to stretch and foam roll, because as you continue to work out, yes, you do get inflammation with lifting weights, and you could potentially over time hurt yourself. And the more flexibility and the more foam rolling and the more care you give your body, you lessen the chance of you getting injured. You will never be 100% away from getting injured. That will never happen. However, you can really reduce that to a degree if you continue to stretch and foam roll and take care of your body as you continue to work out and increase your weights and increase your reps and continue to move forward with weightlifting. Don't neglect your cardio. Take the right action and make the necessary choices to do the cardio that you deem is good for you and is fit for you and works for your schedule. Don't stay away from it just because you don't like it. There's other benefits, as I've already said in this course, that you will get, like strengthening your heart, strengthening your lungs, and essentially just increasing your lifespan over time just by doing a little bit of cardio multiple times a week. And I could go on with this list, but lastly, and I think most important, always choose to invest in yourself. Whatever you think is going to get you to build yourself into a better person, that's going to push you in the right direction, to get you closer to where you want to be or want to be in the future, in the near future, at this current time, at this present time. Always invest in yourself as long as it's within your means, whether it's in your means financially and whether it's in your means in your daily life. Don't let anybody else tell you that you're not going to be able to do something because they could be running on some emotions under the fact that they weren't able to do it, or they themselves just might think it's stupid, but they don't have their vision. They don't understand what you're doing. They aren't you. And it's for you to either make the mistake and fall on your own sword and then get yourself back up and choose another path, or make those choices and be successful and then keep moving forward. Either way, you learn. And the most important thing is that you make the necessary choices and you make the necessary actions in order to make those happen. All right, guys, that's the end for this video. Again, if you have any questions, put them in the comment section. If you have any information that you think could be beneficial to anybody here, put it out there, as we're all here to boost each other up and help one another. That's the main goal of this whole thing, is to work with one another and help each other get to each other's goals and see each other's visions through and just back each other up when we need it. Other than that, see you guys in the next video.